Peter. We're going to do Senka talk. Today is all about show and tell. Show and tell is something that basically every Western kid has to go through. It's a presentation. It's like the first presentation we have to do. You bring something from home, you show it to your class, and you talk about it. It's basically the simplest form of presentation. It seems like a good way to start the So let's go over here. This is my closet of doom. It's really scary. Most kitchens have a junk drawer. I have a lot of computer stuff. This is my junk closet. Actually, it's mostly English textbooks. You can see R2-D2s down there. And what I actually want to show you first is this right here. So just put that there. Alright, and what this is actually all the certificates I've ever gotten from judo. The top two are actually sort of diplomas. They are for my black belt and my second degree black belt. All the ones behind it you can't really see. You can sort of see just a little scrap of stuff right there. Those are all just things from tournaments. It's actually supposed to say like empty heart or empty mind. It's a very traditional saying in a lot of martial arts that if you think you know what you're doing, it's very difficult to learn something new. So the first thing you have to do is empty your mind and empty your heart. That's just the introduction to what I want to show you. The actual thing I want to show you is back here in the corner. So if we get the box of cables and stuff out of the way, you can see in the back in that corner there are a bunch of like trophies. Now I actually wanted to throw these away. My wife, on the other hand, said we should keep them and show them to the kids. Most of those are first place trophies. They're not actually very impressive. These are old, like little plastic things. They're all basically the same. They have a little judo guy throwing another guy on the top. It has the disco ball, and then it has like your name. It doesn't even have my name on it. It's just what the competition was and if you won and stuff. This is what I actually want to show you, and it's not a first place trophy. It's actually a second place medal. And so the big question is, why would I show you a second place medal when I have the other first place ones I could show you? What I've basically learned from doing this for many years is winning really isn't important. It's something that a lot of people say, but it's very difficult to believe. I can't remember any of the other competitions where I won first place. I mean, I know I was there. I have the certificate, I have the trophy to show it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it, unless maybe I got injured or something. This I remember really well. This was the toughest fight of my judo career. I was about 28 at the time. It was when I had first come to Japan. I was just coming off being a really serious competitive fighter in Canada. My opponent, the person I was fighting with, was the #1 guy in Aichi. He was basically the Aichi champion at the time. I am 184 centimeters. He was close to 190 something, maybe 194, maybe about 10 centimeters taller than me. I was a good deal shorter than him. I weighed about 90 kilos at the time, maybe less, so maybe 85 or 86. He weighed 110. So I was outclassed. He was probably better. He'd been practicing since he was a little kid. I was outmatched when it comes to size. He was bigger and stronger than I was. But I think the thing is, no one expected me to win. They expected me to walk out there and get beat basically in a few seconds. He'd been doing that all day. A judo match is 5 minutes long, and it's a really tough 5 minutes. The fight with this guy actually went the whole 5 minutes. So he didn't beat me, he won on points. There was one point close to the end of the fight, I was holding him down. Now, hold down in judo, you have to hold for 25 seconds. I held it for about 20, and then basically my body gave out. And that was close to the end of the match. I came really close to winning. And I realized if I could have just pushed a little longer, maybe if I had more time to train, I probably could have won that fight. But that one always stuck in my head because it gave me a lot of motivation to continue practicing and working really hard. Whereas winning has never actually given me any motivation to continue practicing. So this is a case where losing actually helps you improve. So if I'm going to try to relate this to your English studies, essentially a lot of students lose motivation. They learn a bunch of stuff and they don't realize that they've plateaued. Plateauing is the most dangerous time for a student. When you join English and it's new, you learn a lot every time. And then as you make improvements, you plateau. And that plateau is boring because you don't feel like you're improving. But that's actually when people tend to play safe and they don't make a lot of mistakes and they don't try to do new things. They're just using what they know. And the only way you're going to break the plateau and start trying to move up to the next level is when you study something new.
It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you're on. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit, should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, like I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. He came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This guy is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she didn't eat. Because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. Because I got it in here.